All right, welcome y'all. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome to When the Right One Comes, men's edition. And oh, what happened? When the Right One Comes, men's edition. I'm Bishop Greg Davis, and our men are here and waiting for two more, but we're going to get started. And I'm going to ask Prophet Perry if he would welcome everybody as they're coming in. If you would just give us your name and where you're coming in from, and we'll introduce the panel as you come in. Everybody, invite and share. Invite and share. It's Monday night, and we listen to the men. I did a radio interview today. I don't know what city it was, but I did a radio interview today, and the first thing she talked about is she's on here every Monday night. You don't know
Wow.
you don't know who's on here,
Oh man.
and I'm gonna shout her out in a minute. But welcome everybody to When the Right One Comes. All right, Prophet Perry.
Yes, sir. Again, welcome everybody to, in the words of my brother Frank Ray, he say the hottest show, bless you, the hottest show on Monday night live right now. We're excited for everybody. Tiffany, it's good to see you tonight. You're so consistent tonight. Detroit, Michigan is here. Regina, God, how are you? About to say, God bless you. How are you doing? It's good seeing you, Pamela Reed. They said we don't recognize prayer, which is red. But I'm sorry. I got my red lights back, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, yeah. How is everybody? Chiquita, Phoenix, Arizona is here. How are you tonight, Sharita? How are you? Good evening to everybody. Louisiana is here with us. Good evening to you. Again, as you're coming in, invite and share. Tiffany, Arkansas is here. Good evening to you. It is so good to see you on Grand Rapids, Michigan. I see you there. If this is your first time joining us, please let us know. Your first time joining us, Philadelphia. Mary, how are you tonight? The first time visitors, first time viewers tonight. Want to make sure that you're excited. Southfield, Michigan. Stormy is here. How are you tonight? Again, Brantley, San Antonio, Texas is checking in tonight. Good evening, Kings. Thank you, Queen. Madeline Johnson, Arkansas is here tonight. We're excited to have you with us. Columbia, South Carolina is in the house. Kenneth, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have Benton, first time viewer. We got a first time viewer tonight, fellas. Got a first time viewer tonight. I see you all here. Miami, Florida is here. I'm looking on my phone as well. Miami, Florida is here. Chantel, Savannah, Georgia, Brenda is here tonight with us. Good evening. Again, as you're coming in, invite and share. Invite and share as you're coming in. Detroit, Michigan. Miss Johnson, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Detroit is here. Detroit strong tonight, Bishop. Detroit
Mhm.
is here tonight. Detroit is here tonight. Again, as you come in, invite and share. Winston, thank you so much. First time viewer. Good evening to you. You're going to enjoy this tonight. Let's go. Share this live. Share it. Share it. The When the Right One Come with His Grace Bishop Davis as the host for us tonight. Sheriff, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see Huntsville, Alabama as well is here. Raquel Johnson in Detroit, Michigan. Charlotte, North Carolina, and Arkansas is here. Sharon Denise, thank you for joining us. Again, as you're coming in, invite and share. It's going to be hot tonight. We're excited tonight. Again, as you're coming in, invite and share. Good evening, First Lady Freeland. Atlanta, Georgia is here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, as you come in, invite and share. Dr. NYC, Miss Nick, Dr. Nick, Atlanta City,
Brother
Atlantic
Nick.
City is here. Yes, Dr. Nick, how are you? Houston, Texas is here with us tonight. We're excited. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you again. As you're coming in, invite and share. Tag some of your friends, tag some of your home girls, tag some of your male friends. Let them know we're talking tonight about love from a man's world with Bishop Davis. when the right one comes. Heart, good eve. How are you? Good evening, Chicago. Miss Shaquita, Brighton, so faithful. Thank you for joining us tonight. I see you. Good evening. Long Beach is here. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Long Beach is here. Thank you, Nashville, Tennessee. I see Williamston, North Carolina. Sharon Cooper is here. I see you, Lady Hart. Good evening. Again, Dallas, Texas is here. Thank you. Georgia's in the house. Martha Long, I see you. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Again, as you're coming in, invite and share. Tonight's going to be a hot night. Hot topics, as Wendy Williams would say. It's going to be hot topics tonight. Again, invite and share. San Antonio, Texas. Miss Mitchell, how are you? Good evening. Again, invite and share as you're coming in. Robertson, Indiana is here. Good evening. Tell us where you're chiming in from, what city, what state, where you're coming in from. St. Louis, Missouri, Tallahassee, Florida is here. We see you. Hey, Mr. Kennedy, we see you. Tina Smith, Tyler, Texas. How are you tonight? Again, as you're coming in, we're excited to have you tonight. And we're going to have a phenomenal time, a phenomenal discussion with His Grace Bishop Davis. Again, Pamela Brown is here. Florida is here. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Merlin is here. We all across the world. Yeah, Merlin is here all across the states. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Again, invite and share. San Jose, California, Chicago, Illinois. Texas is deep tonight. Christy is here. Is here. Again, invite and share. Tag some people. Philly, Tiffany Thomas. How are you? Again, as you're coming in, tag 3 of your homegirls. Tag some of your homeboys. Tag some of your male friends. Let them know we're talking about When the Right One Comes, men edition tonight. Yeah, Bishop, I think it's on you.
All right. Thank you, Prophet Perry, and to
Yes,
all
sir.
of you, good evening. And we welcome everybody. We have Pastor Carlton Lynch from Benton Harbor, Michigan, looking like the Men in Black with his hat. He wearing that hat tonight. Pastor Bishop Antoine Jackson, St. Louis, Missouri, with the dope loft. Dr. Oren Perry, Prophet Perry, by way of Rona Rapids. Did I
Rona
say it right?
Rapids.
In
You
Rona
almost
Rapids,
did.
North Carolina.
Call it COVID-19 Rona.
Right. Pastor Jay is in the house, Florida.
Good evening.
Broderick Rice, our comedian, and joining us tonight is Joe Global, as we call him, Joe Stearns, and Dr. Frank Ray III to be in just a second. I talked to him earlier today. Welcome, everybody, and we're going to get it started. If you would just invite and share tonight. It's a new month, and I got 10 questions for the brothers on tonight, and it's about preparation. It's not taken from my book, but it's about preparation.
Which book is that, Bishop?
preparing and positioning for the right one.
Available.
But it's not
now.
from my book. Available now on GregDavisShow.com.
Okay.
Greg Davis. I don't push Barnes and Noble because they take too much money.
I mean,
Pastor Lynch, don't put it on Barnes and Noble. Take too much money. So we're talking about preparing for the right one. If a man has a prepared mind, he's healed and whole, but he doesn't have a house or a car. Credit score of 400 or 500. Lives with mama. Is he considered to be prepared? Is he
Nope.
If a man has a prepared mind, I mean, he's a good man. He's healed. He's whole. He's delivered. He ain't a hoe, but he doesn't have a car. Credit is jacked up. Live with mama. Is he considered prepared?
No.
Go
No,
ahead, Jay.
Bishop.
Go, Pastor Jay.
I say no, Bishop, because being healed and whole does not necessarily translate into motivation. It does not necessarily translate to having the desire to want to move forward or even get a job or go and get the necessary tools that a person needs to acquire those things in life. So that doesn't necessarily translate to that.
Somebody said, prepare for what? He ain't ready. What say you, Antoine?
I mean, you know, what if he's in a big city, you know, like a New York City, and he doesn't need a car?
Right.
You know, maybe he was in a bad relationship, and you know, that marriage ripped his credit to shreds. Maybe he needs a partner. Maybe she is good with finances and she can help him get his financial life together. I mean, my thing is, I would assess what his plan is. Before I look at what his position is, I want to see what his plan is. If you say his mind is right, then let's see what his plan is about his life. Let's figure out why he's in the state he's in, and then go from there. But I'm saying, but based on if he came to you like that and he seemed like he was settled in that spot, then no, he's not. But if you see that he's in a place of transition, then you have to assess if you have the capacity to be able to help that man up.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Lynch? Can't hear you.
I said Johnson is very hypocritical. Go ahead.
Why is he hypocritical?
He ain't even said nothing.
I got a job and I got a car.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Bishop,
I don't know.
Bishop, you got a very good memory. You remember it was a question a few months ago about a girl. She was writing the show, remember? And she was dating a preacher. You remember that, Perry? And
Yeah, I do.
she had all this list.
Yeah. The letter.
And she
the
had
one that
all
went
this
on for 3 weeks.
Yeah. And Johnson was supporting him. Johnson was talking about maybe he's in school, maybe this, maybe that. And now all of a sudden you shifting. I come to raise hell tonight. So what makes this person different? I got this at MLK Jr.'s house when I was in Atlanta the other week. So I'm an offer now. I'm an offer now.
It's the hat in the book. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Johnson, what's
one book under your belt, and then Antoine, you know,
I can't tell you nothing. You hear me?
And he done signed some of them. What?
Oh man, come on, Johnson. So what makes this different, though?
This is what makes it different. I'm not being different. Even at that time when I made that statement, you can be prepared and ready for one area of your life and not be prepared and ready for another area of your life. So he's prepared and ready to move forward as an individual, but he's still not prepared and ready for that relationship. So those are two different things.
No, you stretching it.
No, I got it. You can't handle this, Doc. Keep it moving. That's question. I am the father statesman, so you got to watch your stuff like that.
He's whole and he's healed, but you know, here's my thing. Here's what we really talk. Well, let me get everybody else's perspective. Go ahead, Perry. And then because I want to know, you know, if a man is whole, don't you have enough? I mean, to start with, I mean, a car and a house. I mean, what's that? I mean, you're not really talking, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Perry.
A car is. I think you should pay no attention to a man's car. Where does he live? A house is more so valuable than a car. I think that a lot of times a car can be smoke screen. I think there was one video of a guy that had a nice car, was living in a storage. And so he would drive the car to the storage. So I don't think that he's not ready. He's not ready. In my eyes, he's not ready. Now I understand different values people have, but in my eyes, you don't and we preachers, you know, take it from a Christian perspective, when a man leaves, he got to go somewhere, you know. So I think that it's all about where he's going and where he can take you besides his car. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna sleep in no back seat, no trunk. And if he ain't got no car, no home, what can he offer you besides ear candy? Besides that, he ear hustle you. So I think you need to have more than that.
All right, Joe.
Well, I just want to tell you guys, thank y'all for letting me share with y'all tonight. Man, I feel like I hit the lottery or something. Is that the real Carlton Lynch down there? That's mine. I like that guy. I have a totally different perspective. This is the advice I give to my sisters and my daughter and everybody like that. When I was single and I had a bunch of money, I was crazy as hell. So when women came into my life, because I was a consumer by nature and had all this money, all this access, all this power, I treated them completely different than anybody than I did when I didn't have as much money. Now, I don't have as much money as I used to, but I do okay. I think that for instance, when I got married to my first wife, she was living in the projects. I met her. She was 10 years older than me. I really didn't have a place to stay. I kind of moved in with her. I didn't have a car. I didn't really have a good job. It was just like hustling, but she liked me. And 5 years later, I was building her a $500,000 house. Sometimes you got to fall in love and to respect a person's potential. I mean, don't keep with the potential, but it need to be something that you put inside of there. When you build with a man, it's different from you walking in on his stuff that he already built by himself. It's just a completely different perspective how a man treat a woman in that environment. And so I tell women, don't always look for the guy with the money, the cars, the houses, and all that stuff. Look for the guy with the potential, with the drive, with the energy, with the idea, with the perspective about how he's going to grow his life and how you can fit in that growth. But don't always go after the guy with the money, because ladies, look at me in my eyes. I'm on the stage with a bunch of guys. I don't want to look none of them in their eyes. Dudes with money is crazy as hell. All right? Find somebody you can build with.
So you saying find somebody with some drive, and it don't matter if they don't have a driveway.
I absolutely, 100%. I will say that 100%. I will say that absolutely. If he ain't got no driveway, if he ain't got no drive time, if he ain't got no keys, it don't matter, because I mean, if you older and you got a different perspective, then that's different. But I'm telling you, going to find a rich dude is not the move no more. And I'll bring 10 women on here to tell you that that's not the move.
He can't pay the bills though.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, Joe, say more about that. When you say that these rich guys are crazy, say more about that.
It's just, and this is, I hate to characterize everybody and put them in one category, right. But all my rich friends that are single, they have a different perspective on how they approach women. They have a scrutiny that's probably unfair. They have idealisms about how women fit in their life that's perverse and not pure. A guy with no money, I'm not saying that that's what you should go after, but I don't want nobody to disqualify a man just because he don't have everything together. Because that man, even what's his name? Kanye said, look at his eyes. While he washes them dishes, watch him. Look at his eyes. This day he on mopping the floors. Next week he on fries. You got to find somebody with potential. And you never know how they'll grow you in a life doing the perspective. You got to let Pastor Kanye preach sometimes.
But do you think that rich men, do you think some of those rich brothers have a different perspective because they feel like they have more options?
Absolutely, because they play the option game, and they are used to obtaining things, and they objectify people in their lives based off what they have and what they own. Gary say broke dudes crazy too. They are. Everybody crazy. Everybody crazy. Women crazy, men
you just got to pick you're crazy. I keep telling y'all.
You're crazy.
You gotta pick your crazy. But I'm sorry, I'd rather have somebody that got a driveway and drive. And I'm sorry. Come on, Lynch. Come on, Lynch. I Lynch. Come on.
This time, Greg,
because I'm ready for you. I took a nap before the show.
I don't agree with you.
That's okay.
And here's the reason why. I was in Atlanta the other week, and I'd be seeing all these people moving to Atlanta to be broke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think
it's too many of them there.
Right.
I won't go where there's a lot of us.
But there's a lot of women, young ladies that dress nice, thick, looking good, and they stand at their mama's house and driving their mama's car.
Preach.
I'd rather get a woman from her mama's house than a man, a grown.
Hey, Shammai. I felt something, Bishop. That word is in the Bible. It's in the Bible.
I'm trying to say
a grown man with nothing. What are we saying to these women, y'all, to our queens? Are you kidding me?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this, Doc, and I get you, but man, there's a lot of people that got their own crib and car and still broke.
Yep. Yeah.
They still broke.
The car around the corner, all kind of stuff.
Okay. I'd rather them have a car and a crib, and they may not have a lot of money, but at least got something to start from there. A man that don't have nothing, y'all telling these women that it's okay for a man to be living with his mama and not have a car. How you gonna pick up? She gonna pick him up?
Uber.
On his big city.
Only time a woman gonna pick me up is if I'm out of town and I'm going to dinner with her.
So, but the women don't have to have it. I guess it just feels.
I hear you, Bishop. I would rather her do, because that's what I want. All right. But I'm saying I could deal with, I wish Micah, my baby girl, 27 this year, would tell me that she's talking to a Negro that don't have a place to stay or a car to pick up in, a pot to piss in.
But Greg, can I tell you something? I'm coming, Bishop. Let me say one thing. The reality is, though, Bishop, they may not tell you, but that's true across this country. There's a lot of people don't have no house, Doc. I don't think that's like no surprise now. Now, Joe, now you tell me the truth. There's a lot of men and women that stand with each other, sleeping on couches. That's the new wave right now, Bishop. These Negroes' credit is messed up. They can't get no apartment in their name because they done had one and then jacked up their name. So, Bishop, you now, and I understand what.
And that's why we're doing this show. That's why the women love it, because I'm telling the queens, don't listen to Joe or him, Lynn, with his Martin Luther King starter hat on.
It's a starter.
I'm woke now. I'm woke. Don't listen to him. Ladies, find you a man that got a little something. They ain't got to be rich, because I ain't rich, but I ain't broke neither. Okay?
I'm telling these ladies, don't listen to Greg, because you're going to mess around and be single. This time, 2 years from now, Greg going to be sitting here in a wheelchair telling you to hold on. Now,
you don't know what's on here. Mine could be sitting right here looking.
See,
you shut up on that one, huh? She could be looking right now. You don't know. No man knows the day.
Let me ask this question, Bishop.
Go ahead.
Let me ask this question.
Look at Joe, though. Joe done picked it up, got curtains behind him. Joe got curtains behind him and a set and everything. He done come a long way. Clubhouse done brought folk out. Come on, Joe.
Let me. Hey, Perry, I want you to answer this. If we look back historically, when we hear stories about our parents and our grandparents and all that, did our grandfather and great grandfather, did they have stuff already going on? were they already having money and all that? Was it like? Give me a perspective on that.
No, they didn't. See, and I want us to kind of walk lightly
Joe,
when we
try it
say
again.
potential.
Try it again.
Yeah, 'cause I don't like that. I think when you tell people look at potential in the absence of motivation, you lead to delusion. People become delusional because everybody got potential. Everybody born got potential in my eyes. So there are 144 sperm cells, the kind of a man, and all of us made it. That's potential, but there got to be motivation.
That's
Yeah,
semantic.
but no, what still yet? But that still is some form of motivation. You telling me that I got a whole crackhead over here who got potential to be an attorney, but he has no motivation to get off crack just to be with him? No, I don't agree with that. I understand the concept. My grandma and them didn't have it, but we're in a new culture. We're in a new time now. There are no excuses for us as men to say that I don't have nothing. There's no excuse. All of us have a bad hand that's been dealt. But I think that when we just say, "Oh, potential," without motivation, then we're gonna lead folk to delusion. People gonna be in love with somebody they ain't gonna do in the rest of their life. Everybody got potential.
Hey,
Like, very
Perry.
few got motivation.
Hey, Perry, man, we're going to be on this show. It's going to be a hell of a show tonight. Let me tell you,
It got to be.
Perry, these people that's out dressing, looking the part, are broke as hell.
It's
They're
hell.
broke.
It's
They're
hell.
broke.
Yeah.
It is, Antoine, come on, man. It is a look. You hear me? It is a bio. Come on, you know what I'm saying, Perry?
Yes.
You know,
I get with that.
but here's this is what I want to throw at you, Perry. Everything is good for you right now. You doing your thing. You owning property and all that type of stuff. You living good. You pastoring. You don't have no wants. But what happens if you lose it all? Would you not want somebody to give you a chance while you trying to rebuild? I know Greg don't like that because the way he looked at me.
No, I wouldn't even ask nobody. I would get myself together and then present myself to that person. No, I'm telling you what I did. I'm telling you what I did. You forget I went through divorce and I left 2 churches with Pastor Kim, and then I came to Detroit and started over again and lived in a loft downtown and rebuilt everything. This is the rebuilt one. I did it quietly and kept working. So, I understand that, but I wasn't out there trying to get no. I think if you're not ready, prepare yourself.
Well, you know what though? It's more unprepared people than prepared.
Absolutely, and that's why
I agree with that, bro.
Hey, Broderick, what did it say? It's supposed to say this here. That's why I wrote the book, Preparing the Position for the Right One. That's why you wrote the book. We're offering a deal tonight. Amen.
Right.
Prepare and position yourself, and you can start all over again.
Try it again.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Frank Ray will be here in a minute. Y'all say good morning to him when he come. He overslept. Y'all say good morning. So, ladies, everybody on here, the scenario is, would you date this man that I just described? Would you date this man that I just described? Yes or no? Yes or no? Would you date a man that is ready mentally, whole, healed, but don't have a car and don't have a house? Would you date him? Yes or no? Come on, let's see it. Let's see it.
Of course not. They're gonna say no.
Antoine, what you on for? Now, I ain't gonna be nice no more. You've been here for 10 weeks now.
You said healed and whole. You didn't say a bum.
I don't blame him.
But the man.
Antoine, you ain't got to argue. They
right.
lying. They lying.
Right.
They already dating him.
I was gonna say
They already dating him. What are y'all talking about?
I was going to say that.
Yeah, man, I'm done tonight. I'm done. This ain't for me.
All right, y'all ready? Oh, y'all ready? Frank coming in. Y'all ready? Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, listen.
They saying no. They saying no. Well, they got some yes, date yes, but we are only dating, not getting married. So it's some yeses in there.
And I didn't say marry the dude. I didn't say pay for the wedding and buy your own dress,
Right.
buy your own ring.
Explore for the coffee.
So
Yeah.
what's the tally of us on the platform? Joe
What?
Joe says give him a chance, right?
Yeah.
I say give him a chance. Antoine, where you at?
Give him a chance.
Johnson,
Roger.
where you at?
Give him a chance to get everything together.
That's a no. Roger.
Johnson, yes or no? Hold on,
Listen, hey, y'all, listen to me. I am that guy.
because Frank gonna have to he's gonna have to break this tie. Okay, it's me, Joe, and Jackson says give him a chance. Johnson, where you at?
And listen, I said give him a chance. I am that man.
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, Roger say yes.
No.
Greg?
No.
Okay, so it's 2 no's.
Perry?
Perry?
No. 3.
3 no.
Okay, hold on. Frank, you want to hear the scenario?
Okay.
If a man has a prepared mind, he's healed and whole, but he doesn't have a house or a car, is he considered prepared?
In a dream? I mean, what? No.
He's still talking about dreams because he just woke up. I get it. I would sleep too.
No, he's not ready.
So don't give him a chance.
Give him a chance to get himself together.
Right. So that's Johnson, me. That's 4 against what? 3. And most of the women said no.
Yeah, but I believe what Bishop.
Roger,
I
did
believe
you
what-
say that was you?
Yeah, I don't have no car.
You got a place to live, and you live in California. You don't necessarily need
But
one.
Bishop,
That's my point.
a lady.
Yeah, if you
who
live in
I
New
was-
York, now wait a minute, this is not for everybody. A lady or a man that lives in California or New York, it's a possibility that they may not have a car. Seriously,
Right.
especially like if I lived in New York, I would not have a car.
And there's a lot of
Listen, but Carlton, a lady that I was interested in. I told her I was interested in her somehow in the conversation. It came up that I didn't have a car, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't be." You know what I'm saying? Because she had 3 or 4 kids, so I guess she needed transportation.
Yeah, she probably at home feeding them kids and them cats.
Listen, she ruled me right on out. I haven't talked to her since that day, and that was in 2018.
Listen, I just want to say, welcome to the show, Joe.
Yo,
Man,
You're a little late, buddy.
Bishop Jackson, sit up in your seat, sir. We don't slouch down on this show. How y'all doing?
Antoine, tell him he just got here.
Right.
Oh, look, Perry gave us the red. Perry went off of this thing to give us the red wall.
I had to. I couldn't hear nothing y'all was saying.
You couldn't hear it because of your wall.
I mean, my wife had to get my reception.
Okay, so here's the next one. Fellas, is there a way to tell if a woman has prepared or not?
Yeah, she living with her mama with no car. And it's more of that than men, Greg.
No, that's a
It's
fact.
more than women.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, no, seriously, what is something? Is there a way to tell if a woman has prepared or not? And we're not just talking about the house, the car. Is there other things, attributes, things that they say, attitude? I talked about today on Clubhouse. I don't know if you was on there, Carlton, because you was having something done at the church when I talked about the story of Esther, because that's the next book I'm going to write. I'm really fascinated with Esther and her preparation, that she went through a process for like a year. They detoxed her and took out all the impurities, which to me, Ray, represents you're taking out your past. You're getting rid of your past. Anybody else that although she was a virgin, but in this case, and talking about this, people that have been in other relationships, You have to detox. We don't never wait, Antoine, to go into another relationship and detox, taking out all the impurities of the other person and the smell of the other person is what I shared. Okay. But I'm not talking about the actual smell, but I'm talking about, you know, the aroma that yeah. And then I talked about she went through perfume. They put perfume on her after they detoxed her. So I don't know if 6 months they did this and 6 months they did that, so that when she went before the king, she would have a different aroma. Some people get out of relationships and they still have the same aroma of Broderick, and they trying to talk to Johnson.
Jesus, I don't want no woman to smell like Broderick. I can tell you that
now. and so, you know, they prepared. So in this case, what is there a way to tell if a woman, when you start talking to a woman, Perry, can you tell if she's not prepared and ready? She don't have the capacity to hold you.
Facts. The first thing I look at is her. She has the support of more than, she's not just looking for a significant other. She has others that support her. I define that by association. I always say that. What they're surrounded by, their friends, what they are, how they are, what they're posting on Facebook, what they're doing. I look at all of that. Also, I look at how they love themselves. You can't love me. You don't love yourself. How you treat yourself. What do you do for yourself? I just don't look at the external stuff, but I also listen how she talks, what she talks about, her interests, the things that she has going for herself. So my main thing is association. I look at association. Birds of a feather flock together. She got chicken heads around her. That's what it is. It is what it is. So that's how I look at it.
All right, Antoine.
The level of our conversation.
Yep.
I found that when a woman is ready, she's a lot more mutual in her conversation. She's not as needy, or, you know, I know that they are talking about, you know, all these questions that women ask, but they don't ask questions to try to assess where you are. They're more so trying to ask conversations about just the spirit of the commune. Like, are we in this? What are we doing? What do you like about life? This is where I am. And so I found that the level of conversation with the woman that is ready seems to be higher than those that just are looking to be caught.
Yeah,
it's the conversation for me.
Conversation.
It's the conversation for me that you just ain't saying a lot of stuff. You can actually hold. Y'all invite and share. We're about at 450. That you can actually hold a conversation, and you're sensitive, you're compassionate, you care about what I did today, you care about what I ate, you it's all that. You prepared to handle me. I don't, you know, I know we get into about this, you know, I know Johnson wants somebody to you know, be barefoot and be able to cook in the kitchen and all that, but look at him. Johnson, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, he didn't follow that. Wait a minute, you know what he's saying? Yeah, right. What's the big deal?
He like, okay.
He like, what you talking about? Like, and right, that's the look he got. So from me, it's the small things, you know, like send me some Uber Eats, send me some food, you know, what, Antoine? Yeah, right. I was thinking about you. Send me some t-shirts. You know, just something.
Yeah, like, okay, so is a woman really ready to appreciate a man that provides and protects if she's never been on her own before? When reason I asked this because
you woke, you came woke.
I'm still waking. And whatever Lynch said, I want to argue with him tonight. So
he got his Martin Luther King starter kit.
When I was in my early 20s, I was dating a girl who was still living with her mom. The only independent experience she had was when she was in undergrad, and then when she moved back home, she was in grad school, but she was again living at home. So she never really experienced what it means to pay bills, what it means to be completely independent. Meanwhile, me, I've been independent since I was 19. And so she didn't know what it was to have to struggle or have to acquire certain funds to be able to appreciate certain things. So I want to know from the fellas, from your experience, a woman who's never been on her own, never had to fend for herself, is she really ready to appreciate and be with a man who does those things?
See, it sounds like the first question to me. That was the struggle that I had with the first question, because it's like, yo, if we're talking for partnership and not trying to be caught, then I think then a woman should be able to have some capacity too to be able to relate to a man. Because we'll wonder why a man will keep going out looking for another woman when he has needs that, you know what I'm saying, he wants to be met too by his woman.
Yeah.
And for me though, Greg, and I hear you, Frank, I'm not too much crazy about these conversations. I heard Bishop say it's the conversation for me. Man, it's what I see with my own eyes for me. Because these conversations be a whole bunch of fluff. You know, you talk to women, yeah, I got this business, I got that business. Baby, you selling t-shirts and some handmade jewelry on the side. No.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hold on. Did you see the numbers for God is Dope brand? They sold over 1.9 million t-shirts. So I'll take somebody that sell 1.9 million. But if you're talking about them other t-shirts, I get it. But no, what if they can back up what they talking though, Lynch? I'm talking about authenticity.
Right, but many times, Bishop, and maybe you haven't come across it. I'm just talking about where we live at. It'd be a whole lot of talk, you know what I mean? And ain't doing nothing. They credit just as jacked up as that man. They stand with their girlfriend. Y'all get what I'm saying? They stand with their mom and they BFF. You know, I always ask a lady, I always want to know where they stay, because I believe how you live is who you are. You know, and my mama always told me, if you don't have no bed, you don't have no house. So if you stand on the couch, that ain't your house. That's where you spent the night at. And my thing is
4 years, but
right. And there's a lot of women, and I'm not going for that. I used to didn't like, women used to always come for the man and all that. I try to hear you out a little bit. But these women be telling a whole bunch of lies out here about what they got going on, and they doing real bad.
Still roommates.
Done jump. Hey, Frank, we'll argue next week on the show. But you see all these women jumping up to go to Atlanta to be broke.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all
Conversation is not confirmation of character. I get it.
Huh?
I
don't get it, bitch.
No, I get her philosophy. I get what she's thinking, but I don't agree with that.
From the heart, the mouth.
Right.
From the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you can hold some conversation, it's good for me. I think you got character. You got to show me different right now. I need somebody. I need somebody to stimulate my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, have y'all ever been in them conversations with women that, I don't want to talk about it. I don't feel it. Come on. What do you mean? Let's talk about it. I think for all of us that's on here, we're conversationalists. That's what we do for a living. And to get somebody that can't talk back to us, it's like,
what are we here for? What are we doing?
I mean, like, serious.
Yeah.
Women talk about they want a man that can stimulate them, but can you stimulate me back?
I'm sorry, they can't, because they're living a reality show.
Oh,
they're not reading books. They're watching TV shows.
But they shout me down about watching CNN. But I can tell you what's going on in the world. I want somebody that has a global.
They can tell you about the new bag.
I want somebody that can tell me about the worldview. What is going on right now in the world? We could be dead in the bed, and we don't even know why. If I put up, you know what I'm saying? Talk about
or their only perspective is from reality shows.
Hold her, Lateria. Hold her.
Yeah, they only can relate to mess. They want to know what celebrity is screwing what celebrity, but we can't talk about stocks and bonds. We can't talk about the things in life that actually matter. That's bothersome to a man.
Or we
who
can't
is-
even talk about what a man is bothered by.
Yeah.
You can't even talk about what a man what I mean. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. Am I being personal tonight? Probably so, Lynch. Probably.
Sound personal to me.
Talk about it all, the comfortable and the uncomfortable. Ladies, a man wants you to talk about everything. Sometimes we got to have the comfortable, uncomfortable conversations, but it helps us to grow. This is part of the preparation part. If you can't talk about the difficult and you just want life, you want watch this. This is the buzzwords now, Lynch. Since you talking about what everybody entrepreneur, you want the buzzwords is vibing. Now you killing my vibe. I don't want to talk about that. That's so sad. But what? Life has its ups and downs, and you got to be able to talk to a man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Antoine.
That's what I said. Yo,
I'm on a roll. I'm sorry.
Yo, conversation. You can tell where a woman's maturity is based on the level of the conversation.
Hey, you know what else you can tell, Antoine?
Yes, sir.
You can tell where a woman is, Frank, by if she keep paying for stuff with a Cash App card.
Bye, fool.
Oh,
They done changed for women. They done changed for men too much now. And every time you paying for something, where is your Bank of America card at? Don't you got a Chase account?
Listen,
How are you in business with no business account?
yeah.
We're gonna do something. Pull out all those debit cards and swipe it through which debit card we're gonna use. That's why we pay for everything.
If you knew like I knew, you better get another card before Cash App cuts you off.
Or some.
So
Right.
Okay. So anybody else? Is there any other ways? Conversation is not there. They're not prepared because they're not financially prepared. What else? Is there anything else? Roger,
Can we consider this, Bishop, those that are overly prepared are not prepared? Those that are overly ambitious about getting a man or being married or being in a relationship, they're broken and they're trying to fix themselves in the arms of a man. Those that come in so relationship forward and you my boo, you my bae, what we doing, and how you want your marriage to go, how you picture your wedding and all that. Hey baby, this is the first conversation and we sitting in Starbucks and I don't want to be interviewed as a potential husband. I just want to talk to you about whatever and have fun. But now these women are so ambitious about getting married that every time you hook up with them, it's just an interview to be a husband. I don't want to talk about my 10-year plan, Antoine, the first time we hang out. I want to see what we got in common. I want to see if we got an energy, we got a vibe. I want to see if you find it in your Instagram pictures. I want to see if you think I'm handsome. I want to get that. If we could joke. I think that we underestimate fun now. It was a time you used to fun your way into falling in love with somebody. Now, we so business structured about, are they business in line, are they credit in line? What about character? Who gonna be a good wife? Who gonna love me good? Who gonna take care of my kids right? Because there's a lot of people out here got great credits and degrees and great jobs, but are morally raggedy in their character. And so I think maybe I ain't got enough money. I ain't got enough money, or I got too much money. But all that stuff don't really matter to me as much now. I'm 45. Give me somebody that's kind to waiters and kind to valet people.
Forget about all them. Can you be kind to me?
Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah.
but kindness shows when you around people who serving you. That's how I always look at people to see how kind.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying right, because if they right.
But if they naturally genuinely kind, they're gonna be kind to you no matter what.
I did a piece and y'all tell me if y'all agree with me or not, Frank. I did a piece right here on it's on YouTube. The last live I did, 7 reasons why that will guarantee you the man won't call you back after you go on the first date. Because it's 7 things that you can do that a man ain't gonna call you back. The first thing I said you can do on a date to mess it up, Antoine, is talk about your ex too much.
Oh,
Watch
facts.
this. Watch this. Here's how I know you're not prepared. This is the one for me, that if you always talking about your ex, good or bad,
Yep.
let the man ask about your ex the first time, what happened, so he can know what he's dealing with. But don't keep bringing your ex up over and over again, because if you talk about him good, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, Carlton, because you know you like to disagree, just for the hell of it. You talk about it. You talk about. I'm glad Frank here, so you can pick with him because he was coming for me. There's your punching bag, Frank. You talk about him good, then we think, Carlton, that you want him back. You talk about him bad, then we think that if we become your ex, what you gonna do?
You gonna talk about
Talk
it?
about us.
Dog is out.
So that tells me you're not prepared. Let me ask, Roderick. You quiet tonight? Are you woke?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
So if you talk about him bad, then I'm going to be your candidate next. And I've seen it happen. And so that tells me you're not prepared. There's still something going on with you and your ex, even though he may be with somebody else. In your mind, you still got some kind of tie. Y'all agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. What will your future wife need to do, or what qualities should she possess to display that she is prepared for you? What does she need to do, Frank? What does she need to do? What does she need to do, your future wife, if she's listening, or what qualities do she need to possess to display she has prepared for you?
I think she needs to display being
You
a
laughing
help.
at, Carlton? Go ahead, Ray.
Being a help, not a hindrance. I think some women specialize in being a hindrance rather than being a help. And so that makes it difficult to see what she's really made for, or it makes you not want to even commit because she's not living in the realm that she was created to live in for you. And so I think that's one of the main things, being a help and not a hindrance. Define help, Sister Dawn Hudson. Hey, how you doing tonight on this wonderful Monday night? Help is what you help unto what I am, who I am, what your assets
Frank,
to.
I looked it up real quick.
Yeah, okay, do it.
Make it easier.
Yeah.
To
Hell, it don't.
assist,
I mean,
to-
done.
Webster will answer every need in your life.
right?
Make my space easier. I already got a lot going on. I'm already busy. I'm already doing things. What do you bring to my life, to my space, that makes my life easier?
Yeah.
That's a help. That's a help me. And a lot of, I'm not gonna say a lot, but some women live more in the capacity of daughter than queen. Meaning that when you come to the table, all you are adding is extra liabilities, something else that I am to take care of, something else that I have to nurture, something else that I have to make sure is okay, rather than something that's coming into my world that's enhancing what I already have going on. Where y'all live, fella?
That was
I'm a-
good.
I'm a piggyback. I'm looking for a help meet, and I'm just always interested about this word because it didn't call Eve a help mate. It called her a help meet, and it means that it was equal in partnership, capacity, and ability. And I'm just tired of women just feeling like they're not whole. Like I'm going to be their completion. When I'm not looking to complete you. I want you to know who you are. I want you to walk in your self-awareness. And I need us to be a team. I need us to be a partnership. And that help meet is in relation to the assignment that's on my life. So being able to share with you the things that I feel like I'm called to do in my life, but also you share with me the things that you feel like you're called to do with your life. And that's how we're going to build our relationship. We're going to build our relationship based on our mutualities, not our brokenness, or not the things I wish I had. I really want a woman to know what she wants to do with her life. And that is just so attractive to me, to see a woman that wants to be a partner with a man, not saved by one.
Johnson.
You know what? You know what? There's a question that has to be asked. Because, I know men are supposed to be providers. But what really is provision? Is provision, I know it includes house, car, money, all the stuff like that some women or many women have. And so as much as they had it, they don't know the word. They don't know how to come into the knowing of the word. They don't have a prayer life, not to mention a prayer walk. So what if a man, just go with me here, Carlton, what if a man who doesn't have a house or a car or a lot of money or the best suits, but he has revelation enough to walk in righteousness and holiness? And what if that woman happens to, in this season, unbeknownst to her just 2 years before she gets terminal cancer, and is going to have to be taken care of by that man that she's helping to build? What's wrong? Stay with me, Prophet Perry. You're looking lost.
I am.
What? Now, watch this. To everything, there is a season. You might come in strong in one area in this season, but not in another season. There are a lot of people who last year about this time had no idea there's going to be out of work, no car, no house, no insurance, no retirement, nothing like that. So I was asking along the line, provision, or what we always talk about what we bring to the table, and everybody talk about what I bring to the table. My question I asked the other day was, how are you conducting yourself at the table? So to me, as much as I like red bone, high heels, pearls, all those one thing, I want a woman who can follow my leadership. And I said this on another show. I said, listen, it's not that I don't want a woman to talk. I just need her to know what to say when she open her mouth. And listen, with all of the good credit they have, houses, cars, most women, I don't want to mess up nothing. Most women don't even know God. I wonder, why do you even want a man if you don't know God? And you don't have a relationship with God? And you don't know how to pray? You got your list. Jesus told that man, he said, one thing you lack. And the one thing you lack is the main thing that puts everything else into perspective. I wanted to throw that in there. I want to see what somebody got to say about that. You got your credit and everything. You don't know the word of God. You don't know the spirit of God. You don't listen. You don't know. And so you want my credit to be 100%. You want my house to be right. You want me to have the perfect body and everything. And you don't even know God.
Roger, I agree with you on that point, because if you don't have a relationship with the man, it's going to be difficult to have a healthy relationship with a man. So I do agree with that.
And that's why we're having so many problems.
I don't agree with them,
you
y'all.
ain't been married before. You ain't never been married before, man. You don't know what we're talking about.
Neither has Johnson, but he just amen.
You ain't never been married before, Frank.
I don't care. Johnson,
you already know I'm serious about
Johnson ain't been married either.
I'm not trying to go out.
Yeah, so he agree with you. So you
somebody my wife, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, so I don't. You knowing God ain't got nothing to do with you knowing me. honestly.
Oh, really?
There
Oh, really?
are some women that specialize in God, but are horrible with men.
No, that's religion. That's
No,
religion.
no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
talking about
No.
religion. I'm talking
No.
about
So,
relationship.
No.
Frank,
No.
you okay?
No, I
Yeah.
think, no, hold on. Hold on,
No.
Bronson. Bronson,
No.
hold on. You, Frank, go, you on the same team tonight, Frank. You go on and talk, young man.
No, I don't receive it, brother.
I don't
Listen.
either.
Listen, these women love quoting Proverbs 31. Now I'm a
That's
Proverbs
religion.
31
That's
woman.
religion. That's
No,
That ain't
religion.
religion. That's the Bible.
No,
Number one.
yeah, but the way they're referring to it is religious. Trust me, I've been alive long as some of y'all even know you had something in between your legs. And let me tell you something. You have listen. They
And
don't
you
know
still,
God. They don't.
and you
listen,
still in the same position we in.
Listen,
Same.
listen,
Single
listen,
since
listen.
we
They don't know.
I don't care nothing about that.
They don't know God. They don't want to know God. They don't know how to come into the knowing of God. They just want to be taken care of. They want to be.
Knowing God ain't got nothing to do with her knowing you.
Broderick, I've been longer than you. All right, so let me say
About
this.
3 years.
Okay, let me say this. That's enough. I was 3 at 3 years is enough. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much they say they know God. It don't make a difference. Some of the ones say they know God. Sometimes I wish that I had a streetwalker, to be honest with you.
Come on.
Wow.
Speak in tongues.
That's
Speak in tongues
religion.
now.
That's religion.
Foam at the
No.
mouth.
That's religion. I ain't talking about that. I said no God. I didn't say no religion. The religion of God.
It's
I
plenty.
said
Hey, Broderick. It's plenty of people in the Bible that had relationship with God and still messed up.
well, I mean, they're human.
You guys are talking about women who claim to know God but don't really know God. Me and Broderick are talking about women
No,
who
John.
really know God. And
No.
there's a difference between people who say they know God but really
Right,
don't know
Johnson.
God.
Come on,
I'm
Johnson.
talking about
Come
a
on,
woman
Johnson.
who really have a relationship with the Lord.
Come
No.
on, Johnson.
No.
And listen, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, because you guys be saying stuff that's not quite accurate. Ain't none of y'all churches gonna let y'all bring somebody out the streets and make them the first lady in y'all church. So y'all can cut that nonsense.
No.
That's what'll happen.
What happened? What would you say? Say that again.
None of y'all churches is gonna allow you all to bring someone
Allow.
and be
Are you
the
kidding me?
over that church.
Are you
That's
kidding
what
me?
happen.
Are you kidding me?
And
I'm
Lynch,
not
you know
trying to
what
get.
I'm talking about.
First of all, Johnson.
Somebody's church is going for that. So let's keep
What
it
do you
real.
mean?
What
Let's
do you
keep it
mean
real.
allow though, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay, take out the word allow.
Hey, Johnson. Hey, Johnson.
It's not gonna happen. It's
Johnson,
not gonna happen.
I don't know about the rest of them. I pastor my church.
I do too.
Okay,
Those members in your church is not going to accept no woman off the streets being their first lady.
No, I'll agree with that, bro.
That's not going to happen.
First of all, I'm not looking. First of all, I'm not looking for first lady, Johnson.
Johnson.
That's not going to happen.
Johnson.
I'm not looking for first lady. I'm looking for my lady. She ain't gonna have that
Okay,
title.
you're looking for your lady. No church is going to let you get a woman from out the street.
Why you keep saying that?
We living in
Name some pastor that's doing that right now. Just got a woman who come whenever she wants.
Exactly.
She's his wife or whatever. Name one pastor, a successful pastor that's married to a woman who it ain't no team deal.
Well, we can't say people's names in this broadcast.
Right? Don't say their names, but okay.
Describe them.
Okay.
I'm finished. I want to hear this.
I'm gonna text you.
What are y'all saying right now?
I'm gonna text you, Johnson.
What Johnson is saying is listen.
They know what I'm saying, Roger. Ain't no church gonna allow no woman from the streets to be the first lady. They know. I'm very clear what I'm saying.
Oh my God! I know plenty examples.
Okay.
Hold on, Broderick.
Don't marry Gomer.
That's really not true.
That is true.
They was already married before. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
I know plenty examples, bro.
They was married before. And they got remarried, so that's not true.
Johnson,
Oh
I'm not
my
sure.
God.
Johnson, I'm not sure what age you come out of, but most of us on here, we are fully the pastors, and they will accept. And I can speak for
You should look at the comment section. These folks are not accepting that.
Somebody just said,
believe that they are.
Listen,
I said,
what you mean?
They may respect you as a pastor. They may respect you as bishop.
I'm with you, Johnson. I'm with you, Johnson.
Hold on. Because we getting out of. Let me say this. For those of us that pastor our churches, and we're not, I don't care what the comments say. They ain't got to live with who I pick. I don't give a dog about what the comments say. I don't move by comments about for my life. I don't care about nobody. Those people that are commenting, they're gonna get their piece that they want.
They don't even go to church.
No, I'm not even gonna say that, but I'm gonna say this: they're gonna pick who they want for their lives. So why should I, in the words of my spiritual father, when he went to a church and I was sitting there, and I will forever remember this. Broderick, you probably was there that night because it was in California. I know Melinda probably was there, but he looked at that man and that congregation and said, "She's for him and he's for you." That's how I operate. No woman that I marry is going to be for any church. They're for me. And nobody's going to tell me what I can do and what I'm allowed to do about my personal life. As long as I'm not streaking in the street and she ain't doing nothing immoral, she don't even have to come. She come when she get ready. I can name plenty of those wives, successful preachers in Chicago. Clay Evans' wife never went to his church. She went to am I right, Joe? She went to R.D. Hin's church. She went to another church. She didn't even go to his church.
Johnson?
I grew up in Chicago. I don't remember Clay Evans to another church. I always remember her being there at fellowship and being the first lady of fellowship.
William
Fall
O.G.
out.
said,
All those
"Flash."
pastors out the E.J.
Speak in
Jones,
tongues.
Clay Evans was best friends. I don't even remember that, Bishop.
Okay.
You lost me on that one.
Okay.
But I can tell you this. When you get done with that long speech about you picking a woman for yourself, which I do agree with that part, them people in that church are still not going to be satisfied and still going to
Not my church, Johnson. That's
They will respect you, but they will still be in disagreement with that.
Okay.
They will still be in disagreement with that.
Christ and culture.
And I'm talking about young church and older church.
I'm glad I ain't no pastor. Jesus Christ.
So, Johnson, you think my church will get rid of me for that?
That ain't what I said, Lynch. I said they will
What
be
you mean?
disagreement with that.
There's disagreements every week about something. What are you talking about?
No, you know what I'm saying. Them people would not like the idea of somebody from the streets being their first lady.
What are you
think
talking about?
speaking-
Streets.
Yeah.
That's not in church. That you just bringing them in and getting married to them. They're not in church and they don't live in church.
Look at the screen for a revelation.
That's one person, Frank. That's one person.
No, there was several, sir.
It's several.
One
It's
person.
several.
Now, my memory on here, she says, I'll accept whoever Carlton this bring. Who he loves is not my business. See, I pastor my church, young man. Now, maybe you having problems down at Calvary, but we ain't got that problem in Ben Harbor.
I've never
And I can speak for
I've
more.
never pastored a church that I didn't pastor. So I can say that publicly. I've never pastored a church that I did not pastor. So that don't apply.
Frank ain't gonna have no problem because I remember the last wedding. That was the best looking wedding your granddaddy had with the leather on. Everybody had on leather. So let me tell you something, Doc. It's a new day, Reverend. It's a new day. Ain't nobody studying about that. That's you, Johnson. Ain't nobody studying about that.
Yeah.
Bishop, everybody's studying about that.
No, brother. That's
The
self.
majority
No, brother.
of the
No,
church
brother.
world is
That's
studying
no,
about that.
brother.
That's something that you tried to.
No.
You tried to create that narrative and sell
No,
it. Like
Johnson.
to that point, but it has not gotten to that point yet.
That is self-imposed affliction.
That's
what you're doing.
That's
Yes, it is.
That's self-imposed misery.
I can self-imposed affliction when I'm not even married yet.
No.
But it's not
The mentality.
When you get ready
So that's
to.
not even self. How can that be self?
No. The mentality upon which you speaketh tonight.
It's not a mentality, Frank. That's just what churches are looking for.
No. That's not true, brother.
They're looking for.
That's not true,
The
brother.
majority of the churches, Frank, are still looking for a pastor with a wife.
That's
That
what
is
churches.
true.
Man, ain't
Churches
no
be
church
set
looking
free.
for no pastor with no
Churches
wife.
be set free tonight.
That is true.
Lord, let the church be set free
The
tonight.
majority of these churches are looking for a pastor.
They
Let
are
the
not.
church be
They
set
are
free
not.
tonight.
That is still true. Whether it be Kojic,
We're
whether it
crying
be Emmy, whether it be
Lord,
United
let the
Methodist,
church
whether it
be
be Full
set free
Gospel
tonight.
Baptist, whether it be National
We don't
Baptist,
want to be bound in religion.
Go ahead,
Let the
Frank.
church
Go
be
ahead, talk,
set
Frank.
free
I'm with
tonight.
Johnson. I'm with
Lord,
Johnson.
Hey, Johnson.
I'm with
these
Johnson.
Lord, let the
Johnson.
church be set free tonight.
These
That's my
women
Kiara
in
Sheard crying voice. You know, she always get the crying when she get in. Lord, let the church be set free tonight. We don't want to be bound in religion anymore. Lord, set the church free.
Hey, Frank. Hey,
Oh
go
my
ahead
God.
and get me too. Because
God.
I'm with Johnson. I'm with Johnson.
Johnson.
Hey, Roger,
Johnson, let me say
Hey, Roger. And Lynch know this. Lynch has been before pulpit committees and things, so Lynch might play around with it, but Lynch know what I'm saying is true. He's been before pulpit committees. He has moderated and helped
And
church.
I don't even know what a moderator is in the pulpit.
And that's a reality.
Johnson,
And everybody that's watching on this
That's
live
fine.
right now, y'all know that the majority of these churches would
Come on,
even
Johnson.
prefer a pastor to be married and to have a first lady full of character and integrity,
Antoine.
Christian experience.
Antoine,
And we all know that to be true.
Antoine, what is
We all know that to be true.
Antoine, what is a moderator? What is all that he talking about?
Clubhouse.
Committee. What is all that?
Clubhouse.
Most of these churches are tired of these church girls, these church women. They kept up more mess in these churches. Man, they not interested like you
Yes,
think they
sir.
are no more. Doc.
My
They
God.
have tore up
Yes,
music
sir.
ministries. They done put scandals and rumors on their pastors and men
Yes,
all
sir.
through the church.
Come on.
Man, they don't rip these churches into pieces.
Hey, but now
Yes,
let's be honest. Not without provocation in many cases by the pastor.
I didn't say otherwise.
Mhm.
But for him to say that they want a church woman at church, because Johnson, just because they don't go to church don't mean they don't love the Lord.
Well, we're
Right.
not saying that, but what we are
Look,
saying.
this is what I'm saying. Look, they're trying to create a narrative. Those narratives don't work with me. First of all, what I'm telling you is, when you go before these pulpit committees and the leaderships of these churches, they will tell you, and their members, the majority of their members, will want a first lady who has character, integrity, and Christian experience.
Unless you have started.
Reshape the narrative to try to trap me up. It doesn't look like it.
They
That
not
look like
getting
Unless you-
Johnson. They not getting that many pastors that got character and integrity. And you want the first lady to
They
have that?
don't look- Yes, they prefer. Matter of fact, a lot of these churches will even want their first lady to be more holier than the pastor.
Well,
Let's go to the next question because y'all losing some people. Y'all getting into church politics and all that. Let's go.
Actually, the numbers are going up, Bishop. But go ahead.
And they right because they just listen to y'all scream and holler. It's going down too.
And
Let's
what
go.
you said right there, Lynch, is right. The people are sick of them.
That's one comment out of about 100. Go ahead, Bishop, with the next question. Go ahead, Bishop.
They said Johnson is primitive Baptist.
All the way, washing feet and all.
Is preparation for men and women different? Should men and women prepare differently because their roles in marriage are different? Joe?
Joe, this is your fault. We ain't never been like this before. It is your fault tonight.
And he just sitting there. No, it's Roger been sitting there like the little devil, and he been plotting where he gonna get in and start something. And he started.
I gotta hop in. I gotta get in where I can fit in,
Look at him
Bishop.
smiling. Go ahead, Joe. Is preparation different for men and women?
I think it could be, but I think anybody that's raised right, and getting some healing from their past, detoxing from old relationships, and getting their business in order, I think that's universal. I don't even know if it's really a difference between the two. I think that we approach these conversations sometimes with oh man, I won't say misogynistic, but almost a misogynistic overview of how women gotta be this and that for us, and we don't really talk about our qualifications for them. But I think that if they're raised right, great environments, heal from their past, I think that's a universal process for all of us.
Let me bag this. I might as well go into this. Here's the question that most women have. I've heard this, and Lynch, you probably heard it on Clubhouse. How come the church doesn't prepare men the same way they emphasize preparation for women?
Because the church is misogynistic. It's almost like it's really a system of a woman should be glad, especially if they're gonna marry a pastor. Oh my God, a pastor? Are you serious? You're gonna be a first lady? You're gonna get the gift, you're gonna get the I think that there's a whole different perspective how we approach this. And so I think with the devaluation of that ideal, I think it really put women in a strange place. And I just wish that it wouldn't be that way. I don't think that ain't no difference between the man and the woman, how they should prepare. I remember the days where the guy used to walk up to the daddy house and put his head on his chest and say, Mr. Johnson, I'm here to take out your daughter with your blessing. We don't have that no more. It's like the guys become the bad chick now. And we just sit back and wait and see who's going to fight over us and who's going to come get us. Because I got a couple dollars and I got a position and I got a business. So, yeah, let me see who's going to choose me, who's going to pick me when we don't have that same chase.
Hey, Joe.
So I think it changed that dichotomy a little bit. Go ahead.
Hey, can I take a different way? I think you may be right. I wouldn't say 100%, but I believe that the church at a time tried to train men and tried to really pour into. You can have a women's conference, they're gonna pack it out. Have a men's conference, you're gonna get about 9%.
Seven.
Exactly. But I believe that the men, the reason why is because the men has lost faith in the entity, has lost faith in the church. A woman can hear all this stuff, blogs, and hear all what's going on in the church, and they'll be right back next Sunday. A man hear one or two things, they tapped out. So I believe that we have to rebuild the confidence in the man, in the brother, because if you don't win Frank, you're not going to be able to teach Frank.
But what make Frank the prize? Is he the prize?
Well,
what make her the prize?
Why is there a prize?
Exactly.
Why is there something that that if anybody gonna be the prize, it should be her. How was it us?
No, we don't talk like that on this show, Joe.
I get it. I know. How did
Hey, Joe, you know the things. You're welcome now. Take.
How do we become the one that's the prize now?
See, I believe we should be a prize to each other.
See.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
The day in which we live has constituted where women seek equality rather than protection. And so it's all about being equal. It's all about being on your level. It's all about being treated equally. So we've lost the construct upon which God originally orchestrated for the house to be conducted upon. So
should we live in that now, Frank? Should we now?
No, but that's the way it is. We've lost the most of okay, let me put it like this. Most women who say they want a man to have this and that going for themselves never really think about what they should have going for them, their own selves. So for instance, a woman these days still wants a man who provides, still wants a man who is able to pay all the bills, but they don't want to do no housework. They don't want to wash clothes. They don't want to iron. They don't want to cook. They don't want to do so they want an old school man, but they don't want the same
Right.
responsibilities that the woman had.
You put up from a bad pool of women, because I know some women who will go out there and get that money, go out there and talk in their meetings and run these businesses, and will come home and cook and clean. And
No, not 30 and under, brother. Not 30 and under. Not 30 and under, brother.
Oh, well, then you need to, yeah. Well, I'm
not
sorry.
30 and under. I don't care what 30 and under.
Oh, I had me a girl that was under 30 before, man. She was amazing with the kitchen.
Oh, well, what happened?
Cooking, Joe? She was amazing in the kitchen cooking.
Praise God. Praise God.
Whoa.
Antoine, what you got?
No, with cooking and cleaning, she was amazing. Yeah.
Man, every time I try to talk about this helpmate versus helpmeet thing, I think it goes over women's head, because a lot of times they bought into this institutionalized idea that they're subpar to a man. And it's one of those truths that women just have to embrace. A man and a woman is a gender. A husband and a wife is a role.
Yeah.
And I think so some of the stuff that we're superimposing on men and women are genders and not roles. And because of that, we don't know how marriage is supposed to function and go together. So I think that one of the reasons why the church is having an issue with this is because of religion. Men like mission-oriented things. I don't want to come to church and blow kisses to Jesus. I love God and I worship God, but a lot of the way church is expressed is very feminine. So then you want me to sit through that? Right. So I think that we have to reform the way we actually use language and talk to men at church, period. That's just my personal agenda.
I think it's a strategic feminization of women.
Yes.
I really believe that.
Yes. Yeah. And then I think, and then we haven't really even talked about just the hypermorality that comes along with trying to, tell women, hey, you need to be celibate. You need to stay away from sexuality. You need to be holy. You need to be chaste because you need to be ready for your husband.
Right.
But we get to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't talk about sexuality at all in church. We are afraid to even say the word sex as if it's nasty or dirty. And so you want one of man's most precious and desired needs you can't even talk about in church. But you want me to sit there and you want to talk about Jesus, but I'm horny. Talk to me about sex, fam. But we don't talk about sex at all, and then we wonder why men ain't there. So I think it's a combination of some conversations that need to be had in the church.
I did a room on Clubhouse called "Should the Church Talk About Sex?" I think we got every other kind of ministry in the church. We got the usher ministry and the married ministry and the singles ministry. Where's the I'm nasty as hell ministry? Where's I'm horny as hell?
I'm not a virgin, and I know what sex feels like.
That's not of God. That's not of God.
And we got ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody talking about they celibate, but they masturbating every night to the nasty
pornography. You can't say that on the show.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
They ain't playing with other humans, but they playing with themselves.
Hey, Frank, when their mama told them to keep their hands to themselves, they took that way too literal.
Yeah.
Keep their hands to themselves. and we not dealing with this stuff. Sometimes breaking down themselves morally before they enter into a marriage. But I'm not having sex. But I'm putting so many fingers. Never mind. Y'all go ahead.
And somebody lying because these children coming from somewhere. So
my kids' church is jammed.
These kids coming from somewhere.
Let me tell you what my bishop said. Bishop Gregory Michael Davis said before. He said everybody having sex. Why we ain't talking about it?
Yeah. Hello.
Talk about it, man.
It would affect the economy of the church as we now know it.
Well, the issue is that married people are not, most unmarried people are not, and the singles are. The married people I talk to are miserable.
If we talked about sex,
that's right.
Help the married couples too.
Yeah, no, I mean seriously, I have peers of mine that well, I'm not gonna say what they do, but they be like, Doc, stay out there because you don't want to come in here. I mean, the singles want to get in, the married folk want to get out.
Yeah,
and so but let's do this. So when you talk about preparing. How?
To bring us back, Bishop.
Yeah, when you talk about preparing, how can we equally prepare men and women? because I don't want to end on this note. How can we prepare equally? What are some of the things we can do where both sides are preparing? What is that? What does preparing looks like? What does that look like? It's preparing a mental space. I talked about preparing a physical space. Do I have enough space in my space? Am I ready for somebody to occupy my space? Do I have enough capacity in my mind to allow somebody to come in? I mean, am I really, even though I'm goal setting by the end of this year, I'm doing a masterclass in 1 week, 2 weeks on the 11th about goal setting. I want to be in a relationship by the end of this year sooner. Okay. So in order to say that, am I really ready or am I just lonely? I just said something. Hold on. I'm gonna let you come. Am I really ready?
That's good.
Or am I just lonely? Is this a COVID goal or is this a realistic goal? Y'all quiet. Is this a realistic goal? Have I really, ladies and gentlemen, got my mind ready to have somebody else talking? Because I can just have quiet.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I watched less TV. I watched a Denzel movie because I'm always going to watch Denzel when it come out the day of. I'm going to look at Denzel, my favorite. But then the rest of the weekend, I found myself quiet.
Yeah, that movie was trash too, but okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
Whoa.
one of his best, but it wasn't trash, Frank. But let's go.
It was trash.
We'll debate it later. Let's have a review thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I really? And then I long for it, but am I ready? Here's this, Antoine. I long for it, but am I ready for it? Am I ready for what I'm longing for?
I can say this for me. You know what I'm saying? I spend a significant part of every day in personal development because I want to make sure that I'm healthy and whole. But when I think about actually entering into a relationship, I have to think about what I'm willing to give up.
Right.
Right. And so much of what I do is tied to my livelihood and my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Right. So it's connected to my personal sanity. And so to know that I'm gonna have to scale back on some of those things that I give myself to for that personal sanity is the thing that I'm just looking at adjusting. Like, will I meet a woman that says, look, AJ, that gives you peace of mind and I'm not encroaching on that space, but after you get done with that, can we connect? Like looking for that woman that is willing to give some flexibility, but knowing that the stuff that I'm doing in my life is to ensure that I am a better person for her. She's not going to get a broken man when she get me, but she is going to have to get a man that's going to have to, she got to learn how to flex with me because I've set so many different things in my life to keep me sane that she is going to have to give me space to adjust though. And I hope that she has that level.
How long does that look?
You know what I'm saying? It depends on how much I like her.
Yep.
And it depends on how much I like her, hands down.
Yep.
That's good. That's realistic too. Ladies, did you hear him? Because I don't want to lose this tonight. Did you hear him? He's gonna need time to adjust. Do we give each other time to adjust, or do we want it to just happen overnight? You're bringing a whole person into your life.
That's where dating and engagement and being engaged and all that work into it. That's why that time is important, because then you start to learn the spaces that they're gonna feel, and you start to be more comfortable with them. When the right one comes, Bishop, none of that stuff gonna matter. I got a whole room full of gym shoes. When the right one comes, I'm gonna take a lawnmower to that room, so I know she's gonna bring a lot of shoes with her. And so that's just how I picture it. And so when you like them, this ain't no business deal, Bishop. I know y'all do business deals all the time. So ain't no business negotiation. When a person you love, and when you see them, you just your mind is blue, Antoine.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see them and you know that this is the one, and they make you smile before they even walk in the room.
Yep.
And you ain't gonna be caring about all that space stuff and TV shows and movies and
Facts.
who gonna cook and all that, baby. Just be here with me.
I don't know if I agree with your statement that you're gonna take a lawnmower to your sneakers. I'm not taking a lawnmower to my sneakers. No. It sounds funny, but that's what I like. I don't think that's what
I
it.
got upset when I heard Joe Global say it, and I'm disappointed in Joe Global.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it's about. I don't think it's about. I don't think making space for them is about getting rid of the stuff that you love.
I'm not saying you have to do that. It's not a requirement.
I think you then just expand. The sneakers is a good thing. You don't get rid of your sneakers. You don't get rid of her shoes.
She ought to come in saying what shoes you want that you ain't got, baby.
Frank.
Right.
Nah, that's new, Frank. Frank, that's so new. When you say that, I go in my head like, is that possible?
What?
And that's
what
a shame.
shoes? What ones color scheme that you want, baby, that you ain't got?
I ain't even used to even hearing a woman say nothing like that.
No, because I'm saying, like, why we gotta? I don't like it. I don't like Bishop said last
Christ
week.
gave his life for the church. That's what
Bishop,
they say.
no. Bishop said last week that, you know, if the woman was going to allow him to watch ESPN, CNN all day, like I just feel like the right one is going to.
That's it, Frank.
And enhance and complete a part of who you already are. Like there may be times where you have to pull away to cater to her world. She might like love and hip hop or something like that, and you'll have to dive into that world, and that's okay. But I don't think either one of us, especially at the ages we are, I can see in our early 20s, but all of us are over 30. I feel like at the ages we are, we need someone who is going to be okay with assimilating at times into the world that, like, I love sports. Okay, so it would be ideal for me to have a woman who she might not love sports, but it's okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Or say, baby, look, I know you're gonna want to watch the game Sunday. So what you want to eat? You want some wings? You want some rotel? You want some pizza? Like how can I make your Sunday experience better as you watch the game? That would be ideal for the right one.
Those are finding women that come in to complete and not compete.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm going to take a lawnmower to my sneakers because she requested or required it. Now she's competing with my life. I don't want nobody to compete with my life. I want somebody to come in that I love so much that they inspire me to change things, to make room for them, to make space for them. As a romantic gesture, come home and just say, baby, look what I did. I got some of my sneakers are in the garage now.
Yeah.
This is for you. Because I want to, when I get up in the morning, put on my shoes, I want you to sit next to me and put on your shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Somebody just text me this, and I'm gonna turn it, but they just text me this to make sense. What you said and what they're saying is exactly what I'm saying. I'm not getting rid of my sneakers. They don't have to get rid of their shoes. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make space for all of it. Mm-hmm. And that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury that's watching, that's what preparing is. I know that she's coming in with a bunch of red bottoms and all that stuff and her clothes and all that. My place ain't gonna do it. Heck, I'm almost out of space for myself. COVID done moved me out in my own place.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I got boxes in the day of some other stuff, another project, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. I finally got my sneakers organized and all that stuff, but now I'm out of room.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I'm like, I don't want to leave my space down here. I got a wonderful view of downtown and all that. But if I'm watch this, if I'm going to prepare for that person, it's not when they come. A man prepares in advance.
Yeah.
So I need to find a bigger place.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
I'm talking about now. If I'm saying I want to be in a relationship, eventually, Johnson, marriage is going to come again. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't wait to say, okay, baby, we're gonna look for. I should come. She come into my life and she be like, he ain't even got room for me. Now I'm talking about physically, and that really says I haven't made mental space because I haven't prepared the physical space. Because when you prepare the physical space, it means you also prepare your mental space. I'm saying something. You prepare in advance, and many of us have not really prepared. We want something,
Yeah.
Spoken tone on that. We want something that we have not prepared for. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Ruth, when Boaz comes? You ready?
You
She
right,
was
Bishop.
prepared.
Excuse me.
She was
You want to turn a woman on? Go ahead.
so you prepare in advance. Lynch.
All right. Thank y'all so much tonight. Let's thank Joe for joining us tonight, man. You turned it up, man. I don't know. The people in the comments are loving you tonight, so we honor you, bro, for hanging out with us tonight. Listen, we want everybody to start preparing to give tonight into this, what we believe is ministry, uh, dealing with relationships and love and all of those things that on so many levels are not discussed. I don't even know what week this is. Frank done lost count about 8 weeks ago. So we here. It's the second season. We in our second year. All of the giving ways to give is on the screen. We need tonight. I mean, I don't know if we did a bad job last week or what, but it was empty last week. We appreciate those that did give, but we really need to really push strong tonight. I want to get at least 30 people tonight that will give $20. All the giving instructions and handles are on the screen. Cash App, Greg Davis 10, PayPal, contact Greg Davis at Gmail, Givelify Greg Davis Ministries, Zelle Greg Davis Show at Gmail, and Venmo at Greg Davis 1. I ain't never heard of Venmo before. I need to get them all. So if you would give and partner with us with $20, I want you to just type it in the screen and go do it now. We want to shout your name out tonight. All right, let's do it real fast. Come on. If you're a partner with us tonight, this has been real good tonight. I enjoyed tonight. So y'all come on. I ain't seeing no comments. Y'all come on and push. I know there's a delay, but I need to know that y'all coming to help push on tonight. All right. Before we doing that, while we're giving, let's have final words from Prophet Oren Perry.
Tonight, I think tonight was a phenomenal night about preparing, and I wanted to not try to spiritualize it, but I do want us to know that the same way that we are preparing for the return of Christ, that same way we should be preparing for our significant other as well as we are for Christ. And I want to just say that tonight I do believe that somebody is going to be healed. Somebody's going to be transformed. I think Bishop David said something so profound earlier regarding preparing in advance. And so even when you're seeding now, you're sowing now, not just for a return for yourself, but also to prepare in advance for what's coming in the future. So I pray much success. I pray that continued success. And I pray that that the word of God, somewhere along the line, what was said tonight will impact and empower. Thank you again, Bishop Davis. Thank you, Lynch.
Bless you, man. Frank Ray.
Today is February the 1st, and
Hold on a minute, Ray. Hold on a minute. Marlon, I need you to watch the comments, please. Go ahead, Ray.
Today is February the 1st. It is the day upon which the government has designated February as Black History Month. I know that we are woke now, and we say we celebrate Black history every day, but let's make sure that we are extra intentional during this month of designated time to make sure we educate our children, grandchildren, friends, brothers and sisters, parents, and etc. on the accomplishments of different people that have had an impact on the struggle for equality for us as Black people. I just want to make sure we are intentional about that, and we celebrate every day. We Google somebody every day that has had an impact on us as Black people. That's all I wanted to say tonight.
All right, that's dope. All right, thank all the ones that's sewing. I see about 5 or 6 of you that have sold. At least what I'm reading on these comments, we need more to sow. The $20. Thank you, Kels, for sewing. The Cash App is on the screen. Money sign Greg Davis 10. Money sign Greg Davis 10. Final words, Broderick Rice.
I want to say something, especially for the people that are watching. Intentionality over emotionality. I'll say that again. Intentionality over emotionality. I want you all to know as you're watching, and I thank you, Bishop, for this platform. We may not always agree, but never confuse our emotionality with our intentionality. You got single Black men on a platform talking. We don't always agree, but I want to leave you with this. Intentionality over emotionality. Thank you all. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, gentlemen, and to all of the viewers who, without which this show would not be as successful as it is. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for giving tonight. I need about 10 more of you that will give final words, Pastor Herbert Johnson.
I agree with Frank Ray as it relates to let's be more mindful this month of celebrating the historical Black figures who have contributed to the community that we don't often talk about. One fellow that comes to my mind is a preacher, pastor, and a congressman by the name of Adam Clayton Powell Jr., who pastored at that time the largest Black mega church in the world that we come to know as Abyssinian Baptist Church. And he is responsible for many of the legislation that Dr. King and others march and protest for. So while we oftentimes celebrate those who are out in the front, we forget about those who are working behind the scenes to actually help get the laws passed to make some of the rights that we have enjoyable. The second thing is, let me say, and I'm saying it for all of us, thank you all for sowing, but we still need you to please sow. As Pastor Lynch said on last week, we had a bad week, we had an off week, but we really appreciate for what you all do for this show and helping us to continue to help other people. So those of you that are giving on tonight, please type in the comment section, so once you have given. We need about 10 or 15 more people to give $20. Some of you all can give $20, some of you all can give $30, and then some of you all can just give your best offering. But we need everybody to please participate in the giving on tonight. I see people are still giving, and we are appreciative, but we want you to continue to do so.
Joe, can you read your text for me? Go ahead. Go ahead, Lynch. I'm sorry.
All right. Bishop Antoine Jackson.
Again, thank y'all so much for allowing me to be a part of this conversation. I want to say to you guys that are watching online, we always hear a lot, where are the good men? I think what you guys are doing is you guys are creating a platform now for men to be able to express themselves and to talk, and for you all to be able to actually hear what's on our mind. This is actually the new men's ministry. This is where brothers get to come together, share exactly what we feel. And we might not be sitting in the pews, but we're sitting in front of our computer screens. And I think that there are so many of your husbands, your fathers, your nephews that need to be a part of this conversation. So your sowing allows us to keep coming back every single week to impact men and brothers that won't even step foot in the church. And they think all pastors are fake and phony, that we don't tell the truth, that we don't talk about real talk. And guess what? You finally found your answer. So for that husband that you've been trying to get to come to church, tell them to tune in on Monday nights to watch us here. So appreciate y'all, and look forward to next week.
Appreciate you, Antoine. Our special guest tonight, Joe Global, final words.
Man, I want to thank y'all for having me on tonight with y'all. I really had a great time. It's always a beautiful moment where brothers can come together and agree or disagree without the presence of women that we got to try to pander in front of and just be honest and transparent. I absolutely love this space. Thank y'all so much. I think it is imperative for, and I don't want to just keep beating a dead horse, but when you got an environment like this that's special, men will have spiritual and practical concepts to help you further in life. Men and women can come and hear us talk like this. You need to sow into something like this. This is a beautiful space for you to sow into, because the way you're going to reap from this particular garden is going to be amazing in your life. So make sure y'all continue to sow. Thank y'all so much. I look forward to coming back. I think I'm doing a radio show with Broderick tonight, so it's going to be fun on that too. And Frank, I got $100 on Kansas City. What you want to do?
I'm with Kansas City too. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Again, let me say thank you all for giving. Thank you for hanging out with us. To those that this is your first week, we hope that you'll join us again on next Monday. I want you to do me a favor this week. My book, it dropped, it's released. The evidence is in my hands right now. Try it again. I need you to go to my website, carltonlynch.com, and order my new book. If you don't have no money whatsoever, hit Oren Perry and he'll get you a book.
Whoa, yeah.
carltonlynch.com.
In Jesus' name.
Tonight and get my book. We pushing all week. Let me tell you something. The only way we can push product right now, I was supposed to be in Fort Wayne pushing, and the snow fell so hard in the Midwest, we couldn't literally move this weekend. So we got to use the power of the internet, of social media, and it's doing well. But I need you to continue to help push me over. I don't believe this is the season to start something new. I believe that you can go back to that same dream, that same idea. And in this book, you're going to see the blueprint for breakthrough. And so I want you to get it. My website again is carltonlynch.com. I need every person on this platform tonight to buy a book. And again, if you don't have no money, I'm telling y'all, Prophet Perry, he got it. Thank y'all so much.
I believe it.
Oh, no, believe that thing.
Congratulations, Pastor Lynch. Everybody make sure to call the Lynch.com. Many things have been produced from the pandemic. Tonight on Greg Davis Live. I mean, on When the Right One, I got too many shows. When the Right One Comes, radio show. When the Right One Comes, radio show. Broderick Rice is going to be on with Anisha along with Joe Global. All right. And it will be on Anisha Sharp's page on tonight. It won't be on mine. But they're going to be on. Joe is going to be guest hosting because I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I've already told Anisha I'm done. You ever been just like mentally tired, just like done. So they're going to be on tonight. And thank you so much. Make sure y'all go get his book. Ray, you got any announcements?
No, I think
I ain't got nowhere to go. They can go.
I'll be on your show tomorrow night at 11.
And I'll probably be there tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be on there tomorrow night at 11. As Pastor Lynch was talking, I hate to shift like that, but I believe there are about 55 people on here that have some things, some prophecies, some things that God has promised you hanging over your head. And the reason you have yet to see it come into fruition is because you gave up too soon.
Yep.
And just like his book saying, you need to go back in this season and try it again. Try that business again. Try whatever it was that was heavy on your heart. Try it again in this season and watch what God does in your life. The doors he's getting ready to open, the money he's getting ready to allow flow, all because you trust him enough to try it again. I believe in my heart that my faith and our faith is connecting to your faith right now.
Yes,
That
Lord.
because of the faith that you have in God, simply to try it again,
Try it again.
God is getting ready to make it not just enough, but He's gonna make it overflow. I just believe that. Anybody else sense that on this call tonight?
believe it.
I
Yes, I
believe it. I
receive.
believe it.
I received
I
that. Yep.
believe it right now.
Y'all go to carltonlynch.com and get your. How many of you on here will say that you're going to purchase your book? You're going to purchase your book. Put in there yes. Put in there yes. 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 Yes.
Somebody said in the comments, Frank, while you was talking, they said, try love again. That's true, because a lot of people have given up on love, given up on relationships.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bishop. Go.
No. I ain't in no rush. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Hey, Bishop.
Broderick and what you call it got to go.
Bishop, I just want to ask you this.
Huh.
Why do you how did you get so comfortable the way you let everybody promote all their products and events and things in this? How did you get to a place where you just let us promote us? You never asked for any money. How did you get to that place where you just...
Cause I'm a doorman. I open doors for people. I let them in to go to the next level.
Like on the Matrix.
Yeah, that's what the door. That's what the doorman does. He opens the door and he says, "What floor you going to?" And that's what they're doing. I mean, this is where we forget. Thank y'all. I said it yesterday. This is what we forget. That what you make happen for, I don't even think that's in the Bible. We just didn't say it, Frank. What you make happen for others,
yeah,
God will make happen for you. And I'm blessed because of the platforms that I have opened up for other people. And I don't care how big they can get bigger. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm still gonna do my thing. And so that's a very good question, Broderick. But yeah, I really, I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Bishop.
I need some more of y'all. I need some more of y'all to get the book tonight. Just put yes. Just put yes.
And I seen somebody in there said they already ordered it. Morgan just shipped them out today if you did pre-orders.
Yeah, y'all got to give people time enough. And let me say this to you.
You got to explain, Bishop, what pre-order means.
No, let me tell them this too. There are people that, and those of you that have books, Antoine, I know you ship stuff. During COVID, it's crazy. I had people, Jolanda and Glasper, they ordered like 15 books and 10 books. They just got them this week. Like today. And Jolanda ordered on like Christmas time. And this is February. And the books have been out. So don't y'all worry, Lynch. I ain't got my book yet. Not one person have we gotten a return book. But the issue is the mail is so slow because of COVID.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be patient to get the books. Some of y'all may not have got mine. All books are out for me. And so just know that it takes a while. Some more yeses that you'll go get the book tonight. And try it again. Joe Biden. Broderick, go. Y'all need to go. Joe Biden.
Okay.
Joe Biden tried it. Joe Biden tried to run for president 3 times, and the 3rd time was a charm. And is the oldest president ever.
Yeah.
That's significant. He tried it again.
Yeah.
All right. And God had to, and you would have think that he'd have got upset because they let Hillary go before him. Because he was right, he was the vice president.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't have won then. Look when he won. Trump had to get in there for him to try it again and win, for Trump to mess up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your try it again is going to be somebody else's default.
Wow.
Mm.
And you think about all the people that we look up to now, and we see their
That's good. Go ahead, Lynch.
And we see where they are now. I think about, Michael Jordan. I know that most of you all on here are big on sports. And I never knew this until I was writing this book, that I never knew that, because I don't follow that stuff, Frank. But I didn't know that he was cut from the JV varsity basketball team.
Yeah.
And just think about if he never went back. You know, we wouldn't be calling him one of the greatest to ever do it. We wouldn't be wearing Jordans today. but he had enough in him. What was it in him, Frank, that made him go
Yeah.
back even after, Walt Disney, was fired because they said he lacked creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But still
Yeah.
went back and done it again. I think that's just amazing to me.
Yeah. See, so many people don't try again because they have their yes tied up to the wrong person.
Yeah.
They're waiting on their yes to come from someone else when it really comes from within. The only thing
Yeah.
you really need to try it again is you and God. You don't care how many times you got to keep going. You know that as long as you got God on your side, that sooner or later things got to work out in your
Turn in
favor.
your
I
favor.
better quit while I'm ahead because I
He's
feel a
turning
preach
it
on me
around for
tonight.
you.
Yes, sir.
Sooner
Thank you,
or
Brittany.
later.
Brittany said she just ordered her
Thank
book.
you so much, Brittany.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on.
Frank. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Make sure that you order it.
Yeah, Jessica, that's my favorite book, Jessica Perry. That's a book. I don't know if you just quoting it, but John Maxwell writes a book entitled Failing Forward. Yeah, that your failures are designed to move you and to push you and to advance you into going forward. So look that up. Yeah. All right.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, Bishop. I appreciate your push tonight.
No problem. And if you don't get it today, whenever you get your pay or whatever, make sure that you get it. So, Father, we thank you now. We bless your name. We pray for all the singles tonight. Pray for those that are lonely and going through seasons of isolation. So, Father, I pray that you bless them, that you be their comfort and their guide. And God, you prepare them. Not just give them a thirst for somebody, but give them a hunger to become who they are. We bless them now. Thank you, God, for each one of these men of God that come to share week after week. Thank you for the value that they add. Thank you, God, that they have been consistent, God, with what you've given us to do. I pray, God, that if it means that a woman will make a decision about a man that she needs to leave alone, or she's gathering data from us so that she can become better. I pray, God, that we don't just waste Mondays, but God, I pray that it be a blessing to those, God. And God, we pray that we don't get weary in doing well, God. Father, bless all of those in government. Bless our new president. Bless, God, our governments. God, we speak peace upon our earth. We thank you, God, for even those that are on here right now that have lost loved ones and they sit at the table across from them and the seat is empty.
Yes, Lord.
Father, be their comfort and be their guide right now. We thank you, God, even for the mantra of when the right one comes, God. I didn't realize that it would be this and that people would repost and all that. God, I just thank you for allowing these brothers to come and be a part of the vision. I pray, God, that you bless their ministries, bless their hands, bless the fruit of their womb, bless everything, God, that they touch now, their churches, their members. Even they come on here tired, they come on here weary, they come on here not feeling well, they come in, some of them, God, they have to worry about their people, God, and they give of themselves. Bless them indeed, enlarge their territory. I bless them in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.